My name is Cheryl Leonard. I'm a composer, a field recordist. I build instruments out of natural materials, and I also perform as a musician. Well, I'm trained as a classical musician, believe it or not, and over the years I got into more and more experimental sounds, so weird sounds with normal instruments and electronic music first. So I would describe the kind of music I make as quite experimental, very textural, sort of very ambiance. It doesn't usually have a steady beat. You're probably not going to dance to it, but you're welcome to if you want. There's melody in there, but maybe it's more subtle than your normal concept of melody. Perhaps the best analogy is sort of a film soundtrack. So my hope for what my work can do for others is help them feel more connected to the natural world, which in Western culture is defined as separate from us. So I was playing the viola, and my friend John was playing the cello, and we were playing outside in the Berkeley Hills. So we're just like making weird sounds on our instruments. And then one of us, and I don't remember which one of us it was, started bowing stuff in the environment around us.
In some ways, that connection between people and the environment is actually like a side effect. My core intention in doing this work is to give a voice to spaces and dimensions in our environment that are otherwise silenced or ignored. So for me, if I were to think about who my client is in terms of when I'm creating a piece of music, I'm thinking about the needs of the forest and how it needs to speak, or the needs of the ocean and what it wants to say to us. And I do formulate that in a way that I think it's going to be received by an audience, because I do want that communication to be complete. But in some ways, the human audience isn't where my attention is. My attention is on the natural world and what it wants to say.
You know, right away I think more of the emotional benefits of being out in nature, that for a lot of people it has an inherent kind of calming aspect. It helps their nervous system to kind of calm when they're out in nature more. That can help people to just feel more relaxed, and then they can have more access to their prefrontal cortex, which is where their cognitive, thinking mind resides.
I've been surprised at times at how deeply this music can affect people. The kinds of spaces that open up when we listen to some of those smaller, more subtle sounds, they change our nervous systems and give us an opportunity to reflect on our own experiences and our own relationships.
What makes me really sad about these times is that I see a lot of cruelty and neglect. And I don't think that cruelty and neglect between people would be possible if it were anchored in an understanding that the living world is conscious and actually has a desire to hold us up. It actually wants us to succeed. It wants to see us love each other. So humans have always had technology of one kind or another. Our current mechanized technology does seem to pose a particular threat in that it distances us.
I'm bringing my experience of the land back into concert halls and classrooms and sharing it that way. And so while it would be wonderful if everyone had a chance to go camping and have that direct experience, for those kids who can't and those audience members that can't for various reasons, I'm able to bring some of that space back to them, offer them that experience.
For some kids that we've worked with, it's they wouldn't be engaged in the process unless they were out in nature.
My hope is that my work helps people to connect to the wilderness in a way that they wouldn't otherwise have access to listen.
If I can share an experience and make people feel something about, you know, this crazy weather today, or you know, how old these trees are, or what it was like to see glaciers melting in Antarctica. I watched the little penguins walk across the island and make music with their feet as they walked on the rocks that were very resonant. Tink, 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 tink. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what good art does. And that's what we aspire to do with our work, is to connect with others and connect our perceptions of the world, share our perceptions of the world, help people see things and hear things in new ways.